What's going on? Welcome to Shred Gaming, and apparently that Mortal Kombat website has been updated to include the new character bios. And I'm not gonna lie, I was wrong about a lot of them, and there's a lot of good information that are actually coming from those bios that kind of give you a hint of where the story is going to go. So if you were to go to the Mortal Kombat website, which is www.mortalkombat.com, and this is their homepage, you're gonna go to the game info and scroll down right here. It has been updated to include all the characters that have currently been revealed and their character bios. So going from left to right, starting with Liu Kang, God of Fire. Having won control of the Hourglass, Liu Kang restarted history. He neutralized the threats and dangers that had come before, crafting a new era in which all beings would have the opportunity to find peace. But that peace is now threatened by an enemy that Liu Kang could never have anticipated. It will take all of his wisdom and experience to save not only Earthrealm, but all of reality. Yeah, so in an interview, Ed Boon said that there's going to be multiple antagonists. Now, who this antagonist that is threatening reality? That sounds like a godlike, threat. That doesn't sound like, any sort of kind of, like Shao Kahn or anything like that. That sounds like, some sort of god or something like that. So I'm curious to see who that is. A lot of people have speculated as Onaga. I don't see that particular. That may be. I mean, Onaga did, kill Raiden. So who knows? Raiden killed himself to try to beat him and couldn't do so. So but we do know that Shang Tsung is an antagonist, but he's one of a few antagonists, according to Ed Boon. So we shall see about that. All right, let's go to Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei, Sub-Zero. As the Lin Kuei's Grandmaster, Sub-Zero leads his ancient warrior clan in the defense of Earthrealm from external threats. Okay, for centuries, it has been their solemn task. So he is a part of a clan that solely just defends Earthrealm from external threats, okay? But Earthrealm hasn't been threatened in generations. They're growing bored. And Sub-Zero sees no point in limiting his clan to preparing for dangers that may never come. Yeah, so they're getting bored. Under his leadership, the Lin Kuei will come out of the shadows and fight for his place as one of Earthrealm's great nations. He's so bored, he wants to create a country? Okay, yeah, so nothing's happening, so we're just gonna create a sovereign state, and okay, Sub-Zero, I mean, this is like leaps and bounds, man. This is ambitious. So I can see where there could be strife between him and Scorpion. In my Scorpion video, I talked about I think that there's going to be a time when Scorpion and Sub-Zero in this next installment of Mortal Kombat that Scorpion's not going to agree with what Sub-Zero's doing. So I mean, this sounds like that. And during the loading screen dialogue, Liu Kang did say your actions cause live Bihan, and they're in the Lin Kuei's best interest. So he is no longer like looking out for Earthrealm. He's only looking out for the Lin Kuei. So he's getting selfish. And yeah, so that's going to be really interesting to see what he did, what he's going to do, and what's going to be the beef with him and Scorpion and Liu Kang. So we'll see. Okay, let's go on to Scorpion. Revered Lin Kuei warrior. He's a Lin Kuei. We all kind of knew that. Like his cherished father. Oh, okay. Like his cherished father, Scorpion is dedicated to the Lin Kuei and its defense of Earthrealm. When his father died, Scorpion was bereaved, though he took pride in knowing that his brother, Sub-Zero, would succeed their father as the Lin Kuei's Grandmaster. So these are both brothers, they're blood brothers, and their father was the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei. But Sub-Zero's unprecedented moves to cast off the Lin Kuei's traditional duties have frozen Scorpion's enthusiasm. He fears that he may one day have to battle his brother to control the Lin Kuei's legacy. Okay, so this is one of the things I was wrong about. I thought Scorpion would leave to create the Shirai Ryu. Doesn't make sense, I know, because if they are Chinese born, then why would he call it a Japanese name? I know, but he's battling for control of the Lin Kuei. All right, then. I mean, this is going to be really interesting to see play out in the story, because it sounds like Sub-Zero is growing ambitious, growing bored, and wants to take the Lin Kuei down a dark path. And Scorpion is like, no, we need to keep things traditional. Remember when he like bowed, to Liu Kang as he appeared? He's like, one of them's like, no, we're looking out for the Lin Kuei, and Scorpion's like, no, we have to stay true to our traditions. We don't know what kind of threat is imminent. I can see this battling out in my head. I don't want to go too far, because at that point, like, it'd be fan fiction. But all right, let's go to Princess of Outworld. Ooh, Princess of Outworld Kitana, not Adenia. Princess of Outworld Kitana. Kitana has one purpose in life: to aid and protect her older sister, Mileena, as she prepares to rule Outworld one day. She prepares to rule Outworld one day. She isn't ruling, she's preparing. I wonder if that means Sindel is actually ruling. That'd be interesting. The steady-handed Kitana ignores the calls of those who advocate that she should replace her impulsive sister as heir. Okay. Instead, Kitana will defend the realm by fighting to make Mileena the best empress possible. She will also fight to hide the dark secret that could end her sister's reign before it begins. Okay, so Mileena is the older sister, set to be the empress. She is the true heir, but a lot of people actually like Kitana more. All right, I want to see how that plays out, dude. Man, this is getting good. This is getting real good. This is hyping me up, dude. I cannot wait for this game to come out now, seeing all these, the prologues to the story. So Kitana, people like her more, even though she's not the true heir. All right, let's go to Johnny Cage. 21st century action hero Johnny Cage. Wonder what that looks like, because a 21st century action hero is like, John Wick, or Donnie Yen, or Chris Hemsworth, for if you haven't seen the Extraction movies. Like, that's a 21st century action hero. Like many stars before him, Johnny became addicted to his fame. That's nothing new. He came to measure his self-worth by his fans' adoration and their praise of him on social media. Right on, dude. But he's got a following. But with his star now fading, it sounds like old Johnny is fighting an uphill battle to remain relevant. He joins Liu Kang's Earthrealm champions, hoping that it will provide his career and his fame desperately needed boost. Oh man, so they just kept Johnny the same. I can't see any possible way of them changing him regardless. I mean, yeah, you can't change Johnny Cage. Let's go to Kenshi Takahashi, restorer of his family's name. Once one of ancient Japan's most honored families, the Takahashis were decimated in battle. They lost everything, including the emblem of their power, this revered sword Sento. Those who survived joined the Bakudo, a predecessor of the Yakuza, for its protection. Okay, so most of the family was wiped out. They joined basically a sister gang or the gang that started the Yakuza, essentially, for protection, because they're almost wiped out. 5 centuries later, Kenshi is raised on the stories of his ancient family's exploits, detesting his corrupt Yakuza life. He pines to free the Takahashis from the Yakuza's grasp and restore their name. Okay, so he's ambitious, and he wants to, he's on a journey to restore the family name. That's a very Japanese concept. But for his family to follow him, Kenshi must first fight to prove that he can lead his first battle to find and retrieve Sento. So that's the kind of beef we saw with Kenshi and Johnny Cage. So that's a cool story. I'm glad they did that. That's way more in depth than or that's much more rich story than Kenshi had before. So I'm glad that they're doing that. That sounds cool. All right, Kung Lao, youthful warrior with dreams of glory. Born and raised in the village of Fengjuan, Kung Lao has spent his life toiling in the fields. It has been an honorable life, if not a glorious one. All right, so lives a humble life. Kung Lao's greatest fear is that his life will amount to nothing. He prays fervently that he will be called to do something bigger. Luke Skywalker, essentially. His prayers are answered when he is asked to join the champions of Earthrealm as a warrior fighting for its honor. Kung Lao knows that his victories will be long remembered. All right, so nothing there about like ancestral, you know, like great Kung Lao kind of thing. He's just a humble farmer essentially who wants a bigger, better life, and his call to adventure is when Liu Kang answers that call. That's very the hero's journey. If you haven't read that book, it's a fantastic book, especially for story writing. I'm sure probably the writers at NRS probably had that book like sitting on their table when they're writing this, because I mean, Kung Lao, according to the end of the story, is supposed to be the chosen one. You know, he's supposed to be the champion chosen by Liu Kang, and this backstory right here is very much so exactly that. So, all right, Mileena, heir to the Outworld's throne, not Adenia, Outworld. Born mere seconds ahead of her twin sister. Okay, so they're twins. Mileena is the rightful heir to the Outworld's throne, but even so, there are those who distrust Melina's impulsiveness. Okay, so she's nuts. Or not nuts, she just, it says she's impulsive. And they whisper that Kitana, with her steadier hand, should replace Mileena as heir to the throne. And it's weird that they said steadier hand, as if she has a steadier hand, as in she is like meek. I don't know if you know the true definition of meek is slow to draw your sword is the actual, like, is the real definition, not necessarily quiet. So Kitana, I guess, is more merciful and has a thinks things out, where Mileena is just like, you know, impulsive and acts and reacts instead of thinks things through. So as Mileena fights for legitimacy, she hides a horrible secret. She is infected with a dreaded and lethal Tarkat disease. I wonder if we'll see more Tarkatans because of that. I'm glad it's pretty cool that they made it a disease, though. That's actually pretty dope. Were her afflictions found out, Mileena would be forced into battle to save her throne. No, forced into battle to save her throne. They find out. So you're saying that if the people find out she has this disease, she's gonna have to fight for her right to the throne? I want to see how that plays out. That's an interesting concept, you know, so we'll see. I want to see how that one plays out. All right, and last, champion of Earthrealm, Raiden. Not Kung Lao champion, Raiden is the champion of Earthrealm. In the village of Fengxuan, same village from Kung Lao, Raiden was known for his kindness and his clarity. He was happy to spend his days tending to the fields as well to his friends and family. So when he is asked to leave Fengxuan and become one of Earthrealm's champions, Raiden hesitates, but he soon realizes that to best serve his village, he must join them. As threats to Earthrealm mount, Raiden must mature into a great warrior that Liu Kang knows he can be. That's interesting, because I was under the impression that Kung Lao was going to be the chosen one, the champion of Earthrealm, in the way that Liu Kang was in the previous timeline, but it seems that Raiden is actually the champion. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like Kung Lao should have been that champion, and he has everything going for him too. You know, it's like some of the best heroes want to be heroes, you know, and also some of the best heroes don't want to be heroes, and they have to kind of realize their role, kind of in, you know, the way that Neo did in The Matrix. You know, remember that time when he stayed and fought against Agent Smith, and Morpheus goes, he's beginning to believe. And I think we're going to have that moment as far as Raiden goes. So I wonder if Raiden or Kung Lao is going to be that. But I wonder if Liu Kang is still the main character, even though he's the god. Is he the mentor and main character? Is Kung Lao the main character? Is Raiden the main character? Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, because from what it sounds like here is all of these people have intertwined lives well, we don't know how Mileena and Kitana are going to be intertwined with the rest of the Earthrealmers, but they all have their own motives, which is a very Mortal Kombat Deception concept. And I'm very excited. In fact, after seeing this, I'm much more excited to play through the story. This is very interesting. A lot of it's very interesting. So I'm really interested to see this Raiden and Kung Lao. That's probably what interests me the most, because I thought Kung Lao was going to be the chosen one. Apparently Raiden is. I'm interested to see Mileena and Kitana, you know, that whole thing play out. Johnny Cage. I was very wrong about these three. I knew that Mileena had some kind of disease and she was, you know, kind of nuts, but I thought the disease was going to cause her to go nuts. Instead, she's actually like just super impulsive. But oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say Kitana. Here, let's move this over. There we go. And I was very wrong about these three. I knew what was going on, but the fact that he wants to start his own freaking country is nuts. He disagrees. She is only there to protect her sister and wants what's best for her sister. And it makes sense now that what she's like, when Mileena said, or do you secretly covet my throne? Because everybody's been telling Mileena, actually, Kitana wants the throne, when really the people want Kitana to rule because she would be a better ruler. So, this is very, very interesting. And I'm very looking forward to how it plays out. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Are you very hyped for the game? Does the story get you, you know, with all the new bios? It seems kind of like a prologue to what's going to happen in the story. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, shred out.